No compassion at all. They put me out, including my babies. They're so scared right now, but I tried. I moved in January, and a month later they said this year, 2025, we're not taking any more partial payments. So I had half of my rent, but they would not take it. It was either I had the full amount or they weren't going to take it.
If you haven't noticed, the economy is kind of going, how could I say it, down. And one of the things that I've been talking about, that I've been letting people know, is when a down economy comes, things like evictions, foreclosures, those things will continue to rise. And that's what we're currently seeing right now. Don't bring the pets in this. Because you know how this goes. People will come onto TikTok or social media and they'll be like, they kicked me out of my apartment. They got rid of my babies. And she's showing the video of the cats. Or people showing their kids and being like, they're kicking us out. Don't bring them into this. You were the adult who didn't pay the bills. Fact. Well, if you haven't noticed, guys, the economy is going down. And as the economy goes down, things like foreclosures, evictions are going up and up and up. And that's what we're seeing right now. There is a string of evictions that are happening all over the country. And people are online and they're mad. They're saying, why are you kicking me out for non-payment? I should be able to stay here. Isn't that what happened a couple of years ago? Isn't that what happened during the pandemic? How come we're not getting the help that we used to get? Well, we're going to talk about it, guys. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, I have a newsletter. And guess what? It's free. How can you be free? You can. And also, too, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I've been a lender for 20 years. I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment and the description. I just want to make this just perfectly clear. I'm a landlord myself. I can see the BS coming a mile away.
This is #1 bullshit.
These lofty stories of evil landlords and all this other stuff, it's not going to cut it with me, because it really comes down to one thing. Pay your bills.
Where my money, nigga?
While I do understand there's slumlords out there, while I do understand that there are just bad landlords out there, when you don't pay your rent, just like this lady is telling you right here, she's saying, I mean, they won't accept half. They won't accept half. Why won't they accept half? And why are they kicking me out when I've been giving them half the rent?
Wait, what?
I don't care if you gave half or not. Half of the rent isn't all of the rent. If you give half of the rent, you're still late because you didn't pay the full rent. Now, listen, I understand that some people just don't care about math. Let's just put the common sense out there. If you owe someone $1,000 and you only give them $500, do you still owe them? Who wants to be a millionaire? The answer is yes. So why would you be surprised when you signed on the dotted line a lease that says you will pay the full amount every first of the month? And now you're mad doing TikTok videos saying they kicked me and my pets out. They have no compassion. No compassion.
Really?
Let me ask you, do you have compassion that landlords have mortgages to pay themselves? Do you have compassion that some landlords are taking money out of their 401k because you are late on your payments? An agreement that you signed. All I'm saying is have some accountability. Have some accountability. Understand you made the mistake and these are the consequences. See, I'm going to keep the same energy because back when the pandemic was happening, I was telling you guys, these landlords are wrong for increasing the rent and taking advantage of rent increases. When we knew everybody was inside and no one was working, we all knew that. And so I said, hey, listen, it's not good to raise rent and pad your pockets when you know individuals cannot pay it because we're all locked in. I said that, but I'm also going to keep the same energy when you don't pay your bills. Listen, I said this. I said, as a landlord myself, I said, listen, these programs aren't going to last. They're not going to last. And when everybody recovers, which is today, what's going to happen? These guys are going to remember it. The landlords, the state, the politicians, all of these guys are going to remember it, and it's not going to be easy anymore to do what you did back then. I don't know if that's getting over on someone, or I don't even know if it's just doing payment arrangements with landlords. Landlords are fed up. They want their money now because they didn't get their money back then. Let me make that clear. They want their money now because they didn't get their money back then. So what's happening right now? If you look at this, evictions are already easy in Texas, so why are they targeting tenants? This article is about Texas making it easier to evict people. And this isn't just a Texas thing. All across the country, legislation is changing. Let me help you understand this. The meal ticket, or the easiness, or the payment arrangements that you could have done during the pandemic, over. And legislation in the states and your politicians are going to make sure that that's not going to happen anymore. They're going to make sure that it's easy for landlords to evict you.
Excellent.
But some people just don't care, right? Some people just don't get it. Some people, as my grandmother would say, don't understand fat meat is greasy. They just don't get it. And they think that they're still going to be able to pull the wool over landlords' eyes. They believe they're going to be able to still do non-payment. They still believe they're going to do half payments. Well, we'll see.
Get home today from work. I get home today and I got a 3-day notice on my front door. Like a notice to vacate. Like, what? No, an eviction notice, whatever that shit called. I ain't never had that shit before. So I called the rent office, they didn't my answer. So I told my kids, I said, y'all hurry up and put y'all baseball stuff on. I'll be back. So I go to the rent office and I'm like, I walk in the door and they're like, somebody be right with you. I said, I got somewhere to go. I said, how y'all put a 3-day notice on my door and y'all told me I had a credit on my account for me not to pay my rent? Like, I pay my rent. I didn't pay my rent for 2 years at that regular ass. Why the f would I just stop now? Why would I stop paying my rent right now?
Ah, the old computer glitch story. Oh, man. Listen, I've heard all of those, right? There was a glitch in the computer. It said I didn't owe. But ma'am, you know you owe. Let's make, you know you owe. What is this craziness about a credit on your account? Where did the credit come from?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
And I always say this, guys. Listen, I always say this. Life isn't fair. So I don't understand why individuals are so stuck on this. Oh, it's not fair out here. It's this and that. It's not fair. It's not. And here's the thing I'm trying to tell you is I'm telling you no one cares. Again, you should take care of you and your family. No one cares that there was a computer glitch. And you're using that as an excuse when you knew you owed rent. Let me ask you this. If you go to the repo man and you say,
hey, I don't know why you guys are repoing my car. Take it off of the tow truck because guess what? They made a mistake. I actually just made a payment a couple of days ago.
What do you think the repo guy's gonna say? Do you think he's gonna unlatch your car? Oh, let's use another example. If you call your utility company and you say, hey, guess what? You guys are saying you're gonna turn off my electricity, my power. Guess what? There was...
Sure.
He's gonna say, cool story. He's gonna say, hey, listen, you're gonna have to call them and figure it out. But we're gonna still charge you $200 a day for your car being in our tow yard. That's what's gonna happen because you knew you owed it. But listen, I can hear people in the back. Orlando, maybe you're being a little bit too hard on her. Maybe they did give her a credit. Maybe she has receipts showing that she had a credit.
The same I just talked to, she's the same one that said, you don't have to pay no rent, you have a credit, you don't have nothing to worry about. She acting like she ain't never had no conversation with me. She don't know who the fuck I am. She don't remember talking to me. At the fence, I do talk to a lot of people, but you ain't talking to a lot of people about this. Ain't no way. And then on Thursday, on spring break on Thursday, you just brought a to my house to show her my apartment so somebody else can move in there. So if you run there, y'all got my apartment listed as vacant. Of course, you don't think that's a fucking error? You don't think that's so much error. You showing my apartment to somebody, and I still live there.
See, as the story goes on, you get what I'm going. As the story goes on, it gets less believable. When a landlord starts showing your unit to other people, yeah. You didn't make your payments on time. Or maybe you were like the first lady making half payments. Or maybe you're like some other tenants who pay 1 month, skip a month. Pay another month, skip a month. Pay another month, skip a month. Pay 1 month, skip 2 months. They have an amount due, and they believe that since they told you that they're working on paying that down, then you shouldn't evict them. There's no way. Half payments aren't payments, guys. Paying every other month, you still owe. So I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking to yourself, well, if you knew that people were coming into your house, they were showing it, why didn't you just go pay them the rent? You should have had the rent, right? You said that they gave you a credit, but then they're saying, no, you didn't give them a credit. So why didn't you just pay them the rent? If you knew you did have a credit. I mean, these are your own words. I'm just listening to what she's saying. She said herself, how did I get a credit? Ding, ding, ding. If you knew you didn't have a credit, why didn't you make the payment? Wouldn't that have stopped them showing your apartment? Wouldn't that have stopped a lot of things? The truth of the matter is, there's a lot of holes in this story. This ain't holding up to nothing. This is Swiss cheese.
And she shit her fat ass in there looking like the that killed Selena, laughing and shit. I should have jumped off that table against. I should have jumped off that table on there. I don't even act like this. I don't even get like this. But they're trying to make it seem like I'm trying to get over. I'm not trying to get over. I don't even do shit like that. I paid my motherfucking rent. I went to pay my rent and the shit at zero. I kept calling. I called from my job phone. I know that recorded. Kept calling. Like, something wrong with my rent. Like, my rent keeps saying zero. Oh, you got a credit. You got a credit. How the fuck you got a credit? Well, I've been overpaying? You telling me I ain't got nothing to worry about? Well, if I was you, I wouldn't worry about it. I ain't worried about it. Then I come home to a 3-day notice.
I mean, they were right. They said, don't worry about it because we're going to evict you. See, guys, listen, I'm going to break it down for you so you can see what I'm talking about. It's funny how she says, look, I don't even act like this. This isn't me. This isn't my natural state. She posts on TikTok to show she is exactly like this. This is the reason why I'm keeping the same energy, guys. Listen, she just said, I just want you to hear this. She just said, I am not like this.
I don't even do like that.
Oh, you trying to fool? Because you ain't fooling me.
But then you post to TikTok for millions and millions and millions of people to see. This is exactly how you are. Nobody knows you, but this is the representation you want to put out.
Yep, that's a good one.
So to me, this shows this is exactly who this person is. And then on top of that, at the very end, she says, hey, listen, how did I get a credit? I didn't overpay. She knows she didn't overpay. She knows it. How did I get the credit then? So you knew you owe. And then I know some of you guys are like, Orlando, maybe you're being a little bit too tough on her. So I went ahead and looked at her next video. The next video after this video. Just take a look.
Y'all don't understand. Like, this is so hard for me that I'm finna leave my job. Like, I do not want to leave my job. I can't leave my job, but I got to.
She's leaving her job and moving to Texas. Now, imagine this. You're going through an eviction. You say that you've made payments on time. And then your next video is, I'm quitting my job.
Awkward. So awkward.
In this economy. Didn't I just do a video on 20,000 layoffs? Didn't I just do a video on the economy's going down?
My landlord is threatened to evict me. I am struggling and I do need help. I thought really long and hard about making this video. To be honest with you all, I didn't know that I was actually going to come on here and like say anything about it. But my landlord is threatened to evict me. I am struggling and I do need help. I feel like I have been fighting from saying that for a while. There's so many bills that are so backed up, and I just cannot find my way through. I thought about and have tried to go to different organizations around the city of Philadelphia to ask for tenant help. I even applied to the state as far as for cash assistance and even food stamps. And of course, I don't qualify. So I am posting my GoFundMe here. I do need $5,000 to help me first pay my back rent, pay on my car payment. I really do put on a good face, y'all, if I'm honest. I feel like I make the struggles in my life look really good, and I'm not doing a good job. I went in Planet Fitness today, and they were just like, hey, we've tried to, charge your card or whatever, and it's backed up, and we don't know if you're going to be able to come in tomorrow. And if I'm honest, getting up in the morning and coming to work out is one of the highlights of my day.
Imagine asking your audience for $5,000. That's not a little bit of money, guys. $5,000 while you still have a Planet Fitness membership. Let's say this again, guys. You are asking for $5,000. You're about to get evicted from your apartment or your house. And you are online asking for $5,000 while admitting that you are still paying expenses that are wants, like a Planet Fitness membership. Look, listen, guys. I can't make this up. This is the reality. This is what I'm talking about, guys, when I say you need to get on your P's and Q's. You need to make sure that you're saving. You need to make sure you're cutting your expenses and budgeting. You need to make sure that you're putting yourself in the best position as the economy goes down. I don't want you to be like this lady, skirting accountability, knowing instead of making videos in e-bagging, yes, e-bagging, why didn't you just say, I need to make some money. Let me go ahead and do DoorDash, or let me do one of these gig economy. Get me some money real quick to pay down things. Instead, she's asking for money in a car, e-bagging, asking you to pay her bills. Knowing that she full well is about to get evicted. Makes sense, right?
That's just lazy writing.
The $5,000 will help for me to pay off or, get my rent caught up, as well as help me get my car payment paid up, and also other bills that I have, utility bills that are backed up. The moment I get that $5,000, y'all, I'm taking the GoFundMe down, because this is not about me trying to look for money from other places or trying to get more than I need, because that ain't it. I feel like we see those a lot. We see these car confessionals, and we see these people that come on here asking us for money or whatever the case may be, when we all struggling. So I get it. Y'all could not give me a dime, and I'm still gonna come on here and do great content for you all and really show you all that I really love and care about what you all desire to see. I care about the city of Philadelphia. I care about the businesses that I have helped over the course of these months. I'm just asking for your help. My GoFundMe is posted, and the moment I get that, I'm going to be transparent with you all. I'm going to show you all that I pay my rent. I'm going to show you all that I pay my car note. I'm going to show you all that I pay my utility bills, because if somebody is going to come on here asking you for something, I feel like we should be accountable with what we're doing with the funds that we are getting from you all. So I will show you. A lot of us are struggling, and we're struggling in private. We're putting on a good face for social media, and we need to stop doing it. I've done a lot of running in my life. I've done a lot of hiding. I've done a lot of playing, and I don't want to do that no more.
Now, imagine that. She said, you know what? Listen, I'm going to, look, when I get the $5,000, I'm going to stop it right there. I'm not going to ask for $5,001 because I've hit my goal. And this is how much I need to pay my bills.
No!
Isn't she such a great person, man? She's telling you, listen, I don't need $5,001. I need the $5,000. That rock outside, that time traveling rock. Listen, I know I said $100,000, but if you give me $90,000, then we good. And then she's gonna show you guys that, listen, the money you gave me, I used it for bills. The transparency is great, right? It's just funny that she's gonna show you, I used your money to pay my bills. All the mistakes that I made, even though you're probably going through them yourself, as she said in the video, even though you're probably going through it yourself, how about you take the money that you earned, give it to me so that I can clean up my mistakes? Make it make sense. Is that what you guys want to do? You want to clean up someone else's mistakes when you got your own issues and problems in your life? Make it make sense to me. I make the math. make sense, guys? That's all I'm asking. Show me how this will help you. Show me where the accountability is. Show me how this won't get worse. And listen, she said at the very end of the video, I've been doing a lot of running and playing around and buying DoorDash, living that Anthony Bourdain life. But she doesn't have the Anthony Bourdain wallet. Make it make sense to me. Spending $200 on an oxtail and being like, you know what? I'll cover it next paycheck. She wants you to pay for that. Give her the $5,000. She'll show you paid for her dinner. She'll show you paid for her rent. But the accountability doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there, guys. Because instead of paying your bills, guys, you guys are getting advice from individuals telling you, claim bankruptcy. Claim bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is the savior. Guess what? If you claim bankruptcy, you won't have to pay rent at all. Who's gonna tell her?
I want to share something that I think a lot of people don't know, and I think you should know, especially if you're facing eviction and you don't have any way to pay your back rent. File bankruptcy.
Listen, guys, let me just ask you a question. Why do you think it's good to get legal advice from someone who's currently going through an eviction, who filed a bankruptcy and saying, hey, you should file bankruptcy too to avoid paying rent? But let me help you out, guys. Let me give you just a little bit of advice. It's going to cost more than what you think.
Wait, what?
See, let's look at the comments. Filing bankruptcy costs money too. Just pay your bills, people. And then the person at the bottom says, I mean, it's cheaper than paying your debt. Really, let me just give you a little insight, guys. It's going to last for 7 years. It's going to last for 7 years. Remember, you wanted that house. Remember, you wanted that car. Remember, you need another place to stay. When a landlord sees that you have an eviction or you claim bankruptcy, when you try to get a house, you don't think a bankruptcy is going to hurt? And then on top of that, it's going to destroy your credit. So in the long run, you get rid of this paying the debt off, the quote unquote paying the debt off by claiming bankruptcy. It's going to cost you for the next 7 years. Does that sound equal? You owe $3,000 in back rent and you claim bankruptcy. You claim bankruptcy. It's going to cost you $50, $60, $70, maybe $100,000 in interest that you're going to have to pay because your credit's down. Oh, let me guess, you have to stay in a place where it's a slumlord place. You're gonna have to find a new place because most landlords won't rent to you. So now you gotta live in a place that's run by a slumlord. Let's look at this next comment. She followed this same exact advice. And she says, I did bankruptcy and still in debt because I lost my job and you have to have a job to keep it going. Now I have to file for Chapter 7. Listen. The reason why this is humorous to me is because you're listening to people that are recording inside of a car, taking legal advice from someone who already went through the eviction process and telling you how to skirt out of the debt. Well, you can only do so much, right? I can only do so much. So if you like videos like this, please come on and join us on Patreon. I do exclusive videos over there. The videos are more in detail, guys. You would love it, guys. But we all know that you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.